Hello, I'm keeping a close eye on Solana, and these are my bullish and bearish scenarios for the weekly long term for Solana. So the first bullish scenario is counted this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, WXY, 4, 5. We're finishing wave 1, WX, and then looking for an ABC to finish wave Y for wave 2. And afterwards we are moving up. The other possibility is moving the one over here. It doesn't fit as well, but it's still a very valid option. Then you need to count this as an A, B, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. And afterwards you are looking for more upside. So the alternative to this is counting this as an ABC for a wave B. So A, B, an expanded flat, and then you're looking for a wave C. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. And afterwards you are moving up. And the two last options, though, both bullish, are these. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 is here now. And then WXY 4 looking for a 4, and then we're moving up in our last finishing wave 5. And the last one is having the 3 over here, an ABC, and a wave 4 here, and then moving up. So the probabilities for these, I have arranged them in order of probabilities. So the further left, they are the most probable. So here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, that has the highest probability just because of volume. So you can see here, ABC here in a flat, the volume here, you end on a high amount of volume, which is typical for an ABC move. And afterwards, you are then looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. And this has a higher probability of being an ABC than if we move on to the other scenario here, than a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, just because of time. So here, wave 4 made a new high after this date, which lowers the probability for a wave 4 because it becomes too long. And then this have the higher probability of being a wave B. And it also fits with the volume here in wave A over here. So therefore, this has a higher probability than having a wave 4 over here and looking for a wave 5. So the only difference between these two scenarios, this one is looking for a finishing wave 5 in a 5-way structure. This one is looking for a finishing wave C here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then you have the A, B, C, that kind of move. So that is the difference between those two. The other scenario here, the complex structure, so A, and then you have the expanded flat, ABC here in a wave B. Here I have not written out the wave X here because this can turn out into so many different things. It becomes too complicated to go through. So here, this can be an A, and then you have the wave B over here, but this can also be an A and then ABC for a W, and then you have your wave X over here, and then you have a wave Y, and then you move down even further. Because the minimum target here for a wave X was hit, but this doesn't have the highest probability just because of the time here in the wave 4, as I mentioned previously. So this has a lower probability of being a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and so on, just because of this wave 4 and the time. So that is good news for the bulls, if I put it like that. And we also didn't hit this low probability wave 2. I should say that increases the probabilities for the bears, but the wave 4 here kind of hinders the bears in this matter. These two, they do not have the highest probability just because of a channeling technique if you draw a channel like this, because wave 4 is way out of the channeling, and also this wave 4 is way out as well. So you can see it uses a lot of different techniques. So I can show you here with the channeling technique as I have what I mean. So if you pull a channel like this and you use a base channel, you can see that wave 4 is moving quite long away from the base channel, which is not the most typical thing you want to see in a wave 4, lowering the probabilities for this wave 4 to be correct, this count. So therefore, the highest probability is this one as of now. The second one is this, and then you have the complex bear bull scenario. The other two I don't really consider right now, unless we get a move up after this wave 4, and then you can measure from this. If you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have a retracement down, then this becomes relevant. But up until then, it's not really relevant for me at least. And also I included here some support here. So here you have the value area high at 36.99, which we can act as support, and also the range point of control on the monthly chart is at 20.93. So these are both support, and also this value area high confluence pretty nicely with the target for a wave C here and the wave Y. So this is a common target for wave C. You can see here between the 61.8 and the 100, which is a very nice confluence with the value area high. So that is an area of interest that I am looking into. Yeah. So yeah, this was the weekly chart, and let's see if we get there. And also this move here, if we were finished like this, if we had an A, B, C over here, this would need to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to give that a higher probability. But this move you have to count as a leading contracting diagonal. And afterwards we got a new high, which is very uncommon to have after a leading contracting diagonal, because after a leading contracting diagonal, you're looking for a zigzag family structure, but this is a flat. So that is lowering the probabilities that we are indeed done here, because then we would have needed, as I mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is not starting out with the highest probabilities for that. So that also increases the probabilities that this is indeed an A, B, C instead. So yeah, a lot of information, but I hope it was helpful. If you found this analysis helpful, feel free to subscribe. And you can also find Elliott Wave resources at mellantrading.com. I'll see you in the next one.